Was game over? Sorry. Fell asleep in my lazy boy from that game. Whoa. Snooze fest. All right. Oh. One of the worst sports channel on YouTube, Hot Garbage Sports, with me, Coach Ryan D. Habs win. Habs win. Great game by the Habs. Fantastic effort. Lots of heart. Really well done by Carey Price. Really well coached by the team. You have to be impressed with what the Habs are doing. They are taking it to the Jets right now, and the Jets are playing the Habs game. So stick with me to the end of the video. We're going to break the Habs down first, then we're going to break the Jets down first, and then I'm going to answer the question that everybody has who is following and subscribing to this channel, all 30 of you. I'm just kidding. It's 986, and after this video, when everybody likes and subscribes, welcome to the channel, newbies, we'll be at 1,000. And it's all thanks to every one of you who are here on the ground floor. But the big question, where's the hat, Ryan? And you're bald? Yes. And stick around to the end and I'll tell you where the hat is. Roll the intro.
Here's Lemieux. The center penalty coming up. Look at the
Okay, so like I said, smash the subscribe, smash a like if you're a Jets fan, Habs fan, hockey fan. We've got some great serious analysis, great unbiased takes, great biased takes all the time because, well, there's bias in sports. It's the way it goes, baby. Jets takes all day. You can see who the team is behind me. And we just cover hockey. We love hockey on this channel. We love sports on this channel. There'll be more sports to come, but right now it's the playoffs. So the Habs, let's not take away anything from the Habs team. This isn't just the Carey Price show. Sure, he got a shutout. Sure, he's the first star. Absolutely. Carey Price had to make about 2, maybe 3 difficult saves, in my opinion. It's just an opinion. Go ahead, send me clips of all the hard saves he had to make. But this Habs team, Habitants de Montreal as a group, all 20 of them plus the coaching staff have put together a fantastic, flawless system. This is trap hockey. We'll explain trap hockey. And this is preventing difficult shots from getting to Carey Price. So yes, he stops 30, but how good were those 30? There were 2 or 3 dynamic saves Price has made, but this team has built around Carey Price properly. Carey Price had back and knee surgeries, and you know if you get him moving, eventually it will end up wearing him out. But if you can keep things to the outside and play the system to perfection like the Habs are playing, Carey Price is going to be a brick wall for you all day. So it's just part of the plan. And only talking about Carey Price is taking away from the fantastic effort that the 4 lines and 6 defensemen are doing on the Habs. They are playing trap hockey to a T. New Jersey Devils 1999-01. It's a different type of trap, but trap hockey is very simple. You keep everything to the outside through a 1-3-1, 1-4, sometimes 1-2-2 weak side lock. These are a lot of big hockey terms. We're not going to go into them. And you end up ensuring you don't give up odd man rushes. That's number 1 of the trap. You keep shots to the outside and to the point. You block a lot of shots in your own zone and you do not allow any rebounds by pushing people to the outside, so there's no second or third chances, and that is what the Habs are doing. It encourages low shot games, which is why we're not getting over 30 shots in the game, 1-0, 2-1 victories, and it is a very successful way to win sports. It's just boring. But if you're a Habs fan, they don't ask you how, they ask you how many, and all that matters is Cup 25. So is the whole world tuning into this barn burner series? Absolutely not. Nobody outside of Winnipeg and Montreal could give a hoot about it. And if you do, that's great. You're a real hockey fan. But most people, if given the choice, especially if you're new to hockey, you're going to be watching the Avs. You're going to be watching the Knights. I mean, that is a freaking series. The Isles, the Bruins. This is a little bit of a snooze fest. And most of that is the fault of the Jets. It's the fault of the Jets. So the Habs play a fantastic game. We don't even have to get into breaking down player by player how they end up doing because they are all playing their system to a T. Great job, Montreal Canadiens. Way to go. Jets, something is broken with the Jets. There was no heart. There was no jam. When people say the Jets are losing, the Habs aren't winning, well, you're both right. The Habs, we gave full credit. Full marks. They are playing their system perfectly. This is Habs hockey. The Jets, though, are uninspired. I feel, and this isn't a negativity on the Jets. This isn't me being mean to them. We're pretty pragmatic on this channel for a biased fan. The Jets are just playing with no jam, no heart, and no effort. This is not the Jets team that played against the Oilers. Habs, if you didn't watch the series, Habs fans, I should say, if you didn't watch the Oilers series, this isn't the team that the Jets are. So if you're down in the comments saying, nah, man, I told you so, you're not really getting an accurate picture of what the Jets should be. But I've been watching the Jets long enough to know that they're a light switch team. There's 2 different Jets teams. There's the one we've seen in these 2 2 games, which is just uninspired and not that good. And there's the team that played against the Oilers, which is an unbeatable juggernaut. There's never any in between. What do we end up blaming that on? I think it has to do with the leadership. And this is just an opinion. There's no facts, and I'm not poo-pooing just on Blake Wheeler. If he's your favorite player, whatever, great. He's a great player. There's a lot of amazing hockey players on the Jets. This is a scoring and by committee team that plays fast. This team wasn't playing fast. You lose your number 1 player and you're crippled when you have this much depth. Shouldn't happen. It ends up happening because you can just see it with the eye test. It's uninspired, gutless, and heartless. There's just no effort. This is a mid-December game for the Jets right now. It looks like they're very uninterested in playing, and as a Winnipeg fan who has watched this team intently for the last 4 years, I've seen this in the last 3 playoff runs. I'm over it. It's uninspiring. I don't mind losing at all. Put some effort in. Get some jam in there, man. Oh, have some pride. Pierre Luc Dubois was given an amazing opportunity tonight to step up and prove to the Jets organization why he's Mr. Playoff Beast, the Leaf Killer. He's been dead weight since he's been here. He hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been Pierre Luc Dubois. I'm starting to wonder at this point, and I mean, I was probably one of the only people saying, oh my God, do not trade Laine for Dubois. Winnipeg fans love the eye test. Dubois is big, he's tough, he's fantastic looking when he plays, he skates hard, he hits hard, he says all the right things. You feel good about having him on your team, but we really are missing those goals from Laine right now. It's a hypothetical, so we won't go down that path. We're talking about Dubois, not the trade. But Dubois just hasn't delivered to the expectations that were set when he came in here. He was supposed to be a 1A centerman, top tier centerman, the next Crosby Malkin, not as Crosby Malkin, but a 2 number 1 centerman on the Jets. He's absolutely not there, and he hasn't been there all year. If you think so, that's great. Let me know down below. It's not an offense to Luc Dubois. I'm not saying cut or trade him. I'm just saying he hasn't lived up to expectations. This game, he was fine. Every time he plays, I just feel he's fine. Blake Wheeler tonight, leader of this team, heart and soul of this team. He didn't get the boys going. There was no jam. This was not the Blake Wheeler from the Oilers series. This is back to the Blake Wheeler that was -19 all year. It's not a good look. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's wrong. I don't think they're trying to lose or trying to play bad, but you know bad hockey when you see it, and this is bad hockey right now. It's actually kind of depressing. It's a little bit boring, and if I wasn't super invested in this series, I'd probably turn it off. Does that make me a bandwagon fan? No, it makes me a person in 36-degree weather in a province that only gets 2 months of summer, finding better uses of my time. And if you feel that way as a Winnipeg fan, nobody blames you. Don't feel guilty. Check your Score app. Enjoy the weather. What do the Jets need to do to win? The Jets need to flick that light switch. They're the only team I've ever seen that can flick that light switch and become a totally different team. If they flick that light switch going into Montreal, they can absolutely turn this series around. Did they have a better game tonight? Sure they did. But it wasn't really a high bar to set when you lose 5-3 in the manner they did in game 1. So you lost 1-0. A loss is a loss. I will always believe that. There's good losses and bad losses. Nah, for me, they're all losses. If for you have a different opinion, great. But that's my opinion. Losses suck, especially in the playoffs. Can the Jets win this series now? It's a long shot. It's probably a better odds that the Habs end up sweeping than it is the Jets end up winning the series. Hopefully, the players on this team can get together and find some jam because it's just too much talent. There is something weird going on in Winnipeg right now. You have Connor, you have Ehlers, you have Scheifele, you have Luc Dubois. Scheifele is out, so we won't count him. You have Morrissey, you have Pionk, you have Hellebuyck. You have endless talent on this roster. Endless talent. You absolutely should be able to win this without Scheifele, no problem. Or at the very least, because the Habs are playing very well, at the very least put up a really good fight. And this wasn't a fight. This was, to me, rolling over and dying. The Jets hit more of their own players with block shots tonight than they did the net. Like, they hit Andrew Kopp twice on the same shift. So it just feels uninspiring and tough. We'll see what the Jets end up doing next game, but you'll never end up catching me getting super down on the Jets or raising my voice or throwing, because there is always next year. I told the Leafs fans that, I'll tell the Jets fans that. But if this series ends up a sweep, let's pontificate for a moment and channel our inner Paul Maurice. If this ends up in a sweep, I'm starting to think the team needs to be blown up. Something needs to change. It probably starts somewhere with the captain. Not that I don't like Blake Wheeler, but you can't go 3 years in a row with these uninspiring exits. If you play hard and you lose, no big deal. There's a lot of teams that didn't win the cup that played hard the whole way, but this doesn't feel like a team that's playing hard. This feels like a team that I have seen, I've watched, I've been on the ride, I've got the t-shirt. We've said this before on this channel, and I'm over it. I don't want any more concert tour t-shirts of Jets' pathetic exits. I want to see them play with some heart, some jam, and some freaking pride, because I don't think they played with pride. They played disjointed. Is it Paul Maurice? Maybe. Is it Chevy? Maybe. We'll leave that for the offseason. But right now, the players are in the playoffs. The players need to get together, and they need to get fired up. They got to fire themselves up. The coach can't go in and give you a rah-rah speech. That doesn't work when you're an adult. Lean in to your brother beside you, Jets. Battle it out. Find a way to play the game you know how to play, because that was the most uninspiring game I have ever seen after losing one of your alternate captains and your top centers. Just uninspiring. Mid-December game. So, Connor Hellebuyck played fantastic. Excellent game. Perreault had a lot of jam. And that's it. That's all I feel. Everybody else was just fine. So I said stick around to the end of this video and you will find out why I'm not wearing a baseball cap. And it's pretty simple. It's the internet. People chirp you from time to time. I've had 7, 8, 6, 12, 300 comments saying, "Hey, buddy, what are you hiding there? You got to wear a hat every time." No, I end up wearing a hat because it matches my channel logo up at the top corner. And when you end up matching such a great hat like that Toronto Raptors championship hat, it ends up bringing out things like brands and marketing and gives you kind of a staple look. So I like it. I have no issue with being bald. I look freaking fantastic being bald, and I don't care what you think about it. I got a grizzled chin, nice red beard, little bit of gray. Never, ever heard a woman complain about it. So there you go. Confidence, boys. Confidence. And if any of you guys on this channel are watching this, maybe you're thinning, maybe you've fallen through the same hard times I have, and God just decided you would not get a lovely head of hair, pick it. Get it gone. Stop stressing about it. Don't comb it over. Don't go short. Right to the wood. Gone. You think your head looks stupid? It doesn't. You look way more powerful and confident when you stop caring about superficial things like this. Just move on and find other things to worry about. You want to focus on something to give you confidence? Start lifting weights, get in the gym. If you're already lifting weights and you get in the gym and you're worried about your hair, what do you got to worry about? You probably got a six-pack. Women like personality anyway. I couldn't tell you what men like, and it's okay if you like men too. I don't know. So I can't give you advice on that. So anyways, pick it, own it. Never worry about anything that you may feel is a shortcoming. Roll with the punches. Be confident in what you do. I talk to the internet for fun. A camera in my basement, and it's great. Eat crap in the comments and eat wonderful compliments from fantastic fans and people that I have met, and they're all in our Discord. Join it down below. This has been Coach Ryan D. Way too confident, way too fun, way too opinionated, loving sports, liking the bald head, telling anyone that's got an issue with it to do better. Do better. This has been Coach Ryan D. Have a great night. Congratulations, Habs.